Hello everyone, how are you doing today? Can you hear the excitement in my voice? I have just experienced the first Aurora concert in Sky, and oh my goodness, it was so good. I'm not going to spoil any of it here just yet, don't worry. I will have clips that I'm showing a little bit later that will show little snippets of the concert, but definitely not the whole thing because I want you guys to be able to experience it for yourselves. But if in case you're wondering when you can experience it, it will happen at reset and it will occur for about 45 minutes every 4 hours. So there are plenty of times to be able to see it. And trust me on this one, you're definitely going to want to see it. I don't want to, make any expectations for you, but I do feel like this is something you will enjoy. As of right now, as the concert finished, the servers went down, and I can imagine that this is because certain things that weren't available for purchase are now available for purchase, and because of that, I'm just assuming that the servers are just inundated with lots of IAP transactions going on right now. So I'm sure they'll be back up soon. I don't know when, of course, but I'm sure that the game devs are working hard to get them back up and running again. Oh, but just for the record, so you guys know, on my end at least, I experienced no server issues while the concert was ongoing, which was fantastic. It was just after the concert ended, so literally everything was finished, everything was done. There was just that little server error message that kept popping up every couple minutes. So I think we just gotta let all those IAPs run their course. At least I think that's probably what it is. But we just gotta let all of those things run their course, and then we will be able to experience it all again. And I definitely will be going back for more because it was really awesome. Okay, this is the part of the video now where I will talk a little bit more about the concert venue and the concert experience, showing little snippets here and there of what happened. And yeah, so if you don't want to check those out and you want to keep it spoiler free and just a completely fresh experience, then this is the part of the video where you can click off. And thank you very much for joining us on it, and I hope to see you in the next one. But if you would like to keep on watching, then thank you so much for staying, and let's get right into it. So starting off, we have the wonderful characters representing all the Sky Kids that are experiencing the concert with us. That's something that I think must have been a real challenge for them, at least in my own opinion. I have no idea what it takes to make a game, but I can imagine trying to figure out a style that incorporates a sense of life in the atmosphere, but at the same time is within the capabilities of what the servers can handle and what the game can handle, and also the fact that this is a game we play on our phones. I think that's pretty amazing that they've managed to pack so much into this space without it feeling, mechanical. Another aspect that I really love about the concert venue, and not even the concert experience, but I suppose we can say it's part of the experience, is all the different little aspects that you can go to. So there's an area where you can get changed. There's this wonderful area which I stumbled upon by accident, which is the meditation room. And you can listen to Aurora's voice guiding you through some nice deep breathing. Okay, so because the server errors happened pretty quick, I wasn't actually able to get into this room after the concert had ended, but I saw some people chatting in Discord, and apparently there's another interaction that can happen in this room. I think you can hug Aurora, is what people were saying. I have no idea if that's true, but if you were able to hug Aurora, please let me know down in the comments, and let everyone else know as well so that we know what we can do, because for me, I didn't watch any of this in beta. This is all my first time looking at it, and this is really just a first impression, so I'm so sorry if any of my comments sound a bit rough and ready or, just a bit generic, but honestly, I was just so bowled over by it all. It's amazing. I can't even really put it into words. So I think in a general sense that covers this whole pre-concert vibe. They captured it really well, from all the crowds and the sound design. I talked a little bit about that earlier. It's all encapsulated very well as what it feels like before you go into a concert, before the concert experience happens. So definitely explore around, see what you find. I showed you guys just the bits and bobs that I found as I was going around, but if you see anything that you found interesting or think other people find interesting, please comment it down below. And now we will move on to the concert experience. Okay, so the whole concept of the concert is that you are meant to be able to experience it with other players. So that's why we have all these characters floating around us, flying around us, and it feels very vibrant and full of life with them all around. And whoever you sit with is the group that you get to experience the concert with. But I had a little bit of an issue claiming a seat. Now, to be fair, I arrived rather late to the party. You can see the countdown clock, it's like the last minute before the concert was due to start, and I just kept getting taken seat after taken seat. I really wanted front row seats, but I wasn't early enough, so maybe that can be a lesson for you guys too, to make sure that you get in there in a good enough time to be able to get the seat that you want. But either way, the concert experience is amazing, and I don't think it matters too much where you're sitting in the Coliseum, because everywhere has a good view, and there's more to the experience than just in here in the Coliseum, as you will see in just a moment. But yeah, it was a little bit stressful because look, it got down to the last 10 seconds, then I was experiencing the yellow Wi-Fi sign and I could not get a seat. It was just crazy. So I don't know how that affected my concert. Look, they all went. It was so sad. I was a little bit of a loner there, but I don't know how that affected my concert experience if I didn't have, like, if you sit with people, if you have like a little group that stays with you, or if it just means actually like the masses that you're in, because like you are experiencing this with thousands of other people. Look, you can see them all there. So after the first couple concerts, I'm sure it'll probably be a bit easier to get the seat that you want, because most people will have experienced it by then. But even if not, I'm sure just showing up a little bit earlier than a minute before it's due to start, like I did, you should be fine. So the first memory was a little bit different from the other experiences we had, because all the previous memories, we really had to focus on moving with the light and staying with the light, especially the one before this. I had to do that a couple times before I managed to actually stay with the light successfully. But this one, you just have a little island that you stay on and you just kind of watch the show unfold before you. But then several more memories happen, and they involve a lot more movement and use of space. But this one, nonetheless, is still really cool to see all the different cutscenes and motions play through from your little stage. And that character was Aurora. It's actually really cool because it's like at a concert in between songs, whenever the artist speaks to you and, asks you to do various things. I think here she was asking us to use our call, so we all did our call, and it was really cool. And it's interesting as well because Sky doesn't have any voice acting really. I mean, we do have obviously the singing from Aurora's voice throughout the game at some moments, but we don't actually have any voice acting, so it was kind of refreshing to hear a little voice come through, Aurora's voice of course, speak to us and directly talk to us. It was really nice. And it made it feel more like a concert. So after we have this interaction with Aurora and we have relived that first quest where we were on that little island and just watching each of the scenes play out, now we have more motion again. And it's very cool because each of the spirits come up to Aurora, so Running Wayfarer, Mindful Miner, and so on, will all go up to her and offer her like a light, and each one sparks these little memories. So this one is from Running Wayfarer, and we get to relive it as creatures of light, which is just like the best thing ever. So I hope that they make this a mechanic further on down the line, and hopefully it's not just for the season, but it was definitely so special to be able to live through all these moments as the fish or the butterfly. We got to be a bird, a jellyfish, and of course my favorite, we even got to be a manta. But of course, as you can see, everyone was very, very excited about that and was spamming the call button, so it made it a little tricky to see it at some points, but I could totally relate and understand. And it was really cool to be a manta. It was a lot of fun. So I hope that they build upon that and expand upon that, because it was really enjoyable. So of course, whenever we end up at the last spirit though, which is the seat of hope, their memory of course is a bit darker and it's a bit more grim, as you can see from the scenes that are playing on screen now. And we even got a little hint of, I believe this is Eden. I could be wrong, but I think this is, you know, an interpretation of Eden and the butterfly going through each of the statues. And it was very powerful. I definitely got goosebumps here. I'm sure some people in Discord were saying they were crying, and you know what? I can completely understand why. It's very powerful to have the music alongside these images. Amidst all the darkness, the butterflies reunite once again, and we get to see a massive, I can't even put it into words, a goddess-like figure emerge from behind the dunes. And as she turns to us, she gives us light and life, and we end up turning into little sky kids, which is just so magical. So to me, this is like the creation of sky kids, because they were created to help deliver the light to the fallen. And it's just, oh my gosh, it's so cool. It's so symbolic. So to me, like, does this mean that this figure is our mom? Is Aurora our mom in Sky? Like, I mean, I don't know, but I love the design. It's very, very cool. It's very almost, it's actually a little bit insect-like, really, with the wings. It does remind me of like a queen bee or something, just the way that the silhouette is. It's very cool. So you follow her through all these different stages, and you even end up going through to orbit before you return to the concert venue in the Colosseum. And this part was honestly such a fantastic way to wrap up the whole experience. So Aurora moves throughout the entire Colosseum singing her song. We all gather around her, and then all of a sudden we burst away. She like shoots us away with a big burst of energy, and we get all of our wings charged up as well. And it reminds me of confetti, like really colorful confetti falling down at a party. And just visually, it's so stunning, and it's so whimsical to fly through. So definitely, guys, you know, get your seats, get to the concert, because it's a lot of fun, and it's something I think you're definitely going to want to experience in person yourselves. This was honestly just my first impressions coming back from experiencing the concert. It was really, really incredible. For me, I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys really enjoy it too. I'm sure you will. And yeah, go out there, go enjoy it, and comment to me your favorite part, because I'm sure I know what mine was. The only thing I wish is that I wish we got to relive it as a krill. I would have loved to have been a little krill as well, but I suppose creatures of light are really cool, and the manta was awesome. So yeah, go out there and go enjoy it. It is one heck of an experience, and Sky really outdid themselves this time. So well done to TGC. This rocked. So thank you so much if you've made it this far in the video. I appreciate you guys sticking around and watching it, because it really does mean a lot, and it really does help me out as a creator. Go out there, go and enjoy the concert. I'm sure you will. And let me know your thoughts. Come back here and let me know your thoughts, because I really want to know how you found it. That's all for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.